Hello and welcome. Welcome to a video of mine with Veerle de Bruyne. And it's going to be hopefully a very short one because I just want to address the topic of what is astrology for and what is it not for, and why do we use it, and why is it is better not to use it. And the reason why I bump into this question is because a lot of people are asking this to me, because during the period of July and August, I'm sitting a couple of days every week in a place that is called the Park Café in Belgium, in Ghent. And that is a place with a lot of people who do tarot readings, who do hand reading, and I'm sitting there as an astrologer. And so I see a bit more people than usual. And I sense that there is, especially the people who don't know a lot about astrology, but also the people who are students in astrology, they do have one problem, and it is fear. And when they start to study astrology, or when they go to an astrologer, sometimes they say to me, oh, I have Pluto bang on, I don't know, the cusp of the 6th house, or I have Saturn there, or this or that. And you already sense the fear, even in the email that they write to you, to me. And so I want to address this, because astrology is not there to give people fear. Astrology is not there it can predict, of course it can, but it's not what it's there for, I think, in my personal opinion. I think astrology is there to help you to understand yourself, to understand your situation better, to understand why the things are happening the way they do, and to see it from a broader perspective, and to understand why you're having, for instance, a Saturn transit or a Neptune transit, and how you can deal with it the best of all. Because an astrologer knows the positive side of Saturn and the negative side of Saturn, or the positive side of Pluto and the negative side of Pluto, and so on. So it's more of giving someone a bit of an understanding, actually. And so the divine connection with so above, so below. So that's what astrology is here for. And it's not there to give you an answer to every little detailed question, like, am I going to buy the car or not? It's Mercury retrograde. Ooh, I might not buy the house, and things like that. That's fear. And because of that fear, people want to control it. And what I'm surely sensing is that, not only through my own experience, but just in general, when I look at other people around me who are very controlling, including me, is that the more you try to control things, and especially in a very plutonic, scorpionic way, because that's another thing. Why is there so much, every time I make a video for Scorpios, whether it is a Venus in Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio, whether it is just a monthly horoscope, Scorpios is always, you just have a look, there's always the most people that are watching it. First I thought it's because maybe my ruler is in Scorpio and my Venus, so I thought, yes, maybe I might attract more Scorpios, but no, I think that it is because Scorpio is a sign that wants to have control and wants to know what's coming, and therefore more Scorpios are watching it. So people who, and not only people who have a sun in Scorpio, but other signs as well. So yes, I do sense that when people are coming to me with questions that are very attached to the outcome, it's mostly people who have strong Scorpio in them, who have strong Pluto in them, or who have a strong Saturn. And with a strong Pluto or Saturn, I mean in a strong aspect to the Sun, to the Moon, or on a axe, on like a midheaven, or an ascendant, or a descendant, or an IC. So these people want to control their lives. And there's nothing wrong about trying to control your environment. There's nothing wrong about trying to succeed and having a goal and going for that. But I'm talking about going over the top. and that is manipulating and trying to, you know, not accepting the things from the divine, you could say. And this is exactly what astrology is all about. It wants you to point to the divine, and it wants you to trying to accept that. So I wanted to make that apparently clear, because it's coming up every day in my daily environment now. So if you are a student, again, I see that a lot, and I start with that when I every year, 2 times a year, I try to give teaching to students here, and I'm trying to set something up for, you know, more international as well. And the first thing that I say is, don't live accordingly to what you see in the planet. So in other words, if you see Saturn, oh, don't start acting like it. That's one of the first things that I say, because and I said this not because I feel superior above all that. No, I say this because I'm the same, you know, within a year, or what is it? I have a very, very difficult solar return. So I also sense it. I also have a strong Pluto. I also have 3 planets in Scorpio, so I know what I'm talking about. Nevertheless, people with strong Plutos and Saturns and Scorpio have to learn to let go by the strong attachment. So first they attach very strongly, and then they learn how to let go. And this is exactly what students learn. And if you are a student, if you're learning astrology, keep that in mind. Keep in mind that you're only learning one detail, or if you look at the monthly horoscopes of me or others, you're only hearing details. You're not hearing something that is specifically for you. So remember the Matrix, the movie, you know, that movie, I think it's the first one, when they say to, is it Neo or Nemo? No, it's not Nemo, it's Neo. They say to him, you know, what the oracle says, whether it is good or right or wrong. It's not about that. It's about how you deal with the information, how important it is for you, and how you live your life. Because of that information. So astrology is there to give you power. It's not there to take away your power, to give you fear, to say, oh, it's a Saturn transit, it's going to be heavy. And I've seen plenty of people doing well with Saturn and Pluto transits. I've seen other people who are doing not so well when actually not that much is going on. It all depends on your soul. It all depends on how you deal with it. That's your free will. So I made a video once about free will and predestination. Maybe I'm going to put a link below if I don't forget it. But that is all about, yes, I can't move the planets. Nobody can, I think. So that means there is predestination, yes, but we also have the free will to say no, the free will to say I do it my way. And of course, there's a saying in Belgium, and what is it? A very beautiful saying that the mens schikt en God beschikt, or something like that. And it means that the human being, they do this. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Where should I go? To the left, to the right? The human being is doing that all of the time, but ultimately it's God that decides, or has decided. But it's both. Anyway, so that was my little video that no, if you are getting more, if you listen to astrological forecasts, for instance, or even tarot and all of that, and if you're feeling inside fear, skip it. Don't do it anymore, or don't or watch another astrologer or whatever. But if you're having fear because of it, then it's better not to touch it. I have some students sometimes that are going too much into the depths. Mostly they have something in Virgo, or they have a strong Mercury connected to Pluto or something. And they go very much in the depths, but because of that, they get the tunnel vision, and then they get stuck. So I always recommend just stop it for a moment, and don't go there anymore, and just live your life day by day. Because the negative thing about those forecasts and those whether it is astrology, tarot or whatever, the negative thing I find, in my personal opinion, is that you forget to live in the now. So you are so focused to the future, and that is not good. Therefore, it's better to have like one reading a year, for instance, or maybe 2 readings a year, and not more, because how would I say, it mixes you up? No, you see what happens then if you have too many readings? And I recommend that don't do it too much. If you're learning it, very well, but if you feel that you have anxieties because of it, just do some day-to-day stuff. Have a good meal, have a good conversation and some laughter with people that you love. So remember to stay in the now, because okay, there is a past, there is a future, but we have to do it from the now point, which is very, very, very important. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks again for all your support, for all the likes and supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. Otherwise I wouldn't keep on doing it. And have a good relationship with astrology. Have a good connection with the divine and use it in a proper, real way, because it can really, really help. Don't use it to feed your fears. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.